Hello, today we're going to look at how we can solve this fractional equation that may result into a quadratic equation. So if you have such an equation, in the first place you should look at this and this. When you look at them, you realize that they look similar, and if you are to find the LCM of these two, the LCM would equal to x minus 2 squared. The LCM is the lowest common multiple. So if you want to add two fractions or subtract them, the most important thing you need is the LCM. And what we are going to do is multiply this LCM in this fraction here, in this fraction here, and also multiply it in 2. So here we're going to have 3 out of x minus 2. We multiply it with the LCM, which is x minus 2 squared. Then we subtract there 1 out of x minus 2 squared. Then we multiply this by x minus 2 squared. Then we equate it to 2 multiplied by x minus 2 squared. You realize that when we do this, we shall have made the equation linear. It will no longer have fractions. Now what happens is this x minus 2 is to power 1, and this x minus 2 is to power 2. So 1 x minus 2 will go with 1 x minus 2, and literally we shall remain with x minus 2 but to power 1, because 1 up here has cancelled out with 1 down here. And then this x minus 2 goes with this x minus 2. And finally, we shall have 3 times x minus 2, which is now remaining as to power 1 because 1 divided with the one that was down. And then minus 1. This went with this, so we literally have 1 times 1, so the 1 remains as a 1. And this will equal to 2 times x minus 2 squared. So at this point, we are required to expand this and then come up with a final linear equation by collecting like terms. So when we start with 3 times x, we shall get 3x, and then 3 times negative 2, we shall get minus 6. Then we don't forget our 1, minus 1, which will equal to 2, then times, we can expand this bracket, it will be x minus 2 into x minus 2. So these are two brackets which are similar. So when we continue to solve this equation, 3x can remain as 3x, so we shall have 3x. Then negative 6 minus 1, we shall have minus 7. And then this will equal to 2. We can keep our 2 first, then multiply these two together. So this x multiplies here and here. So x times x, we shall get x squared. Then x times negative 2, we shall get negative 2x. And then we are done with this x. Then we can now go on 2. So we say minus 2 times x, which gives us minus 2x. So minus 2 times x is minus 2x. Then minus 2 times minus 2, which gives us a plus 4. So when you reach here, you're almost done. If you manage to reach here, you're almost done. So I'm going to rub off what is on the top here, and we solve this equation right above here. Hope it won't confuse you. So when we continue to solve this equation, we're going to write this one here now. We're going to have 3x minus 7, which will equal to, we're going to first simplify what is in this bracket first. So let's first keep our 2, then put the bracket. So we're going to have x squared remain as x squared, but minus 2x and minus 2x gives you minus 4x, and then plus 4. So in the next step, we're going to multiply these two inside this bracket. So we can keep this, we write it as 3x minus 7 again, equaling to 2x squared minus 2 times 4 will give us 2 times 4x will give us 8x, and 2 times 4 will give us plus 8. So when you reach on this step, you collect like terms, you realize that we have a 3x, which is similar to this 8x, and then 2x squared has nothing similar to it, but negative 7 is similar to 8. So we collect like terms together. So here we can decide to subtract 3x on both sides, and this 3x will disappear from this side and it will come this side. So we can have 3x minus 3x, then minus 7 is equal to 2x squared minus 8x plus 8 minus 3x. Then this will go with this, we remain with negative 7 here, equaling to 2x squared, and negative 8x minus 3x will give us minus 11x. We have literally added this and this. They are both negatives, that's why we have negative 11x. Then plus 8. Then after that, we can decide to add 7 on both sides so that this 7 can also move away from this side and it adds on 8. So we shall have negative 7 plus 7. What you do on the left, you do it on the right. So we are deciding to add, because this is a negative. When we add, it will be a 0. So if it is negative 7, you cannot say minus 7, because in that case you will have negative 14. Since we need a 0 on this side, so we have to add, because this 7 is a negative. So we shall say negative 7 plus 7 will now equal to 2x squared minus 11x plus 8, then plus 7. Since we have added a 7 here, we must do it also on the right. Let me erase this equation here and we write our final equation. So finally, on the left hand side, we have a 0, a very big 0, and on the right hand side, we shall keep our 2x squared minus 11x, then plus 8 plus 7 will give us plus 15. So finally, we have a quadratic equation that you can solve using any of the methods, using the quadratic formula, using completing square, or using the factorization method if it can work. So we are going to solve this equation in the next video. Thank you for watching.